It's Entertainment Schmig.
Brought to you by Plaza Motors. We'll get to this awkward interview in a minute or two, but first, the news that you have been waiting for. The Olsen twins may join the cast of Fuller House after all.
Oh.
I know, it's a big day.
Thank you, Lord.
That's
Big
a
day.
lot to take on, Jen, at the very beginning of this.
Opening today in theaters, Vacation. And if you want to catch the stars on the small screen tonight, Ed Helms will be a guest on Seth Meyers. Christina Applegate, a guest on Jimmy Kimmel. Ed Helms was our guest a few years back when he was promoting another movie. And if you want to hear that interview, a little Throwback Wednesday for you online at y98.com. Way back.
Way back Wednesday.
Oh, Way Back Wednesday. Yeah, that too.
That was the name, yeah.
Yeah.
You
Flash.
missed the entire
I did.
alliteration.
I did.
The interview's only 3 years old.
What back?
Way not that far. Kimmel last night got emotional, and we've already talked about this off the air, are going to talk about it in more detail later on, and we're all emotional about it. This Minnesota dentist by the name of Walter Palmer, who went to Africa, and I love this sentence that I read this morning. He paid $54,000 for the privilege of killing this Cecil the lion, beloved by so many in Zimbabwe.
He was in a protected land,
Yes.
protected area.
He was known in Zimbabwe. I mean, Cecil the lion was. Well, and now Walter Palmer is, and a lot of people are outraged that he killed this beloved lion in the country. Jimmy Kimmel spoke about it on his show last night, and he got choked up.
If you want to make this into a positive, you can. Sorry. Okay, I'm good. Make a donation, support them. At the very least, maybe we can show the world that not all Americans are like this jackhole here, this dentist, the top dentist.
He is an emotional guy, and
Yeah.
he cries a lot.
Yeah.
This story has got me, just sick.
It
Just
it makes
totally
you
sick.
sad and angry at the same time. That's the terrible feelings, those conflicting feelings. We'll talk about the story a little bit later on in the show.
But I like what Jimmy Kimmel is saying, that we can all make donations to this Zimbabwe Wildlife Conservation Task Force to kind of let them know that we're not all.
How does this happen? How is this available to purchase? I don't get it.
Money.
I don't get it.
Money talks.
All right. On a lighter note, Michael Strahan and Guy Phillips separated at birth. I mean, the similarities.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But Michael did something that Guy has done before here at this radio station yesterday on Live with Kelly and Michael. You know how they do a contest where they call up a viewer?
Yeah, they do it
and,
every day.
Yeah, ask them questions about the previous day's show or something that they've already talked
And
about.
they win a trip.
Yes. They offered this trip to a caller if she could answer a question about the previous day's show.
On yesterday's show, we talked with Jeremy Renner. What sport did Jeremy say he once taught as a part-time job?
Sport?
Bowling, you got it. That's it.
She said sports? She asked, sports?
How did he say?
And Michael heard bowling. So they gave her they had given her the trip. Kelly said after that, the least you can do is bring Michael with you on this trip.
Right.
The caller then did prove that she knew the answer. I think she was questioning bowling being called a sport because she said, no, Jeremy Renner did teach bowling because his parents owned a bowling alley. She had watched the interview, but Michael. Guy did it. But what were you supposed to play? 3 songs in a row?
3 songs in a row, or we give you $10,000, and we played 2.
You were running late.
Yeah,
and
it was Start Me Up by the Rolling Stones, which went 6.5 minutes, and so we thought we played 3.
And you already had given the $10,000 away that was budgeted for the contest,
yeah,
right?
There was no more money in the coffers. None. Yep. Almost took a cross pen in the eye.
A cross pen.
Yeah.
Those are heavy.
I know. Yeah. It was thrown at me.
Oh, that hurts. What is that, 70s or 80s?
That was the 80s.
Oh, man.
Yep. 3 in a row. The good news about today is we have 0 budget.
Right.
So I can't
It's
make
not
that
gonna
mistake. Right.
Do you remember what song you dropped?
I don't remember the song we dropped now.
Okay.
Oh, it wasn't Start Me Up by the Rolling
Well, that
Stones?
was the song we played that was long. That
Way to go, Rolling Stones.
You guys were really rocking back then.
We were, yes.
Okay.
Totally. Thanks, Charlie Watts.
Now on to this awkward interview, which I kind of feel for the TV people because I just talked about her last week and the fact that I could not pronounce her name. I know it now. Cara
You got it.
Delevingne.
Delevingne.
See, I would have already started the interview on a bad note. She was on Good Day.
Don't worry about it, and you don't need to remember this name.
No.
I don't think she's going to be around long.
She's a supermodel turned actress. She's starring in Paper Towns, and she was doing an interview on Good Day Sacramento yesterday promoting it, and it got off to an awkward start when one of the people mispronounced her first name.
Carla Delevingne is in the movie. She joins us live from New York City to talk about Paper Towns. Cara, good morning.
Hi, how you doing?
We're doing all right. Nice to have you here. So the movie is based on a best-selling book by John Green. You play Margot. The book is taught, I know, in a lot of high schools and such. Did you get a chance to read it, or do you even have time to sit and read? These days you're so busy.
No, I never read the book or the script, actually. I kind of winged it.
What do you like about Margot?
I'm living my dream.
Specifically. Do you have anything in common with her?
No, I actually hate her. Yeah, I mean, of course, we have a lot in common.
I saw you in London talking a couple weeks ago on TV, and you seemed a lot more excited about it than you do right now. Are you just exhausted?
Oh, no. I mean, I'm still very excited. You know, the premiere was last night. It was an emotional night. It felt like the end of an era, but I'm not any less excited than I was a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, you do. You do seem a bit irritated. Perhaps it's just us.
No, I think it's just you.
I think it probably is us. Well, then on that note,
I figured as much.
We'll let you go then. How about that?
All
We'll
right.
let you go take a little nap, maybe get a Red Bull. How about that?
A lot of people are saying that the TV people interviewing her were mean, but I think she was
Not at
so
all.
sarcastic and nasty that at that point they were like, we have nothing left to lose.
Unless you do this for a living, you have no idea. You know, that's their show. You
Right.
know, and they're taking time out of their show to promote her movie, and she made them look dumb.
I think they maybe thought if they said you seemed more interested before and you need a little sleep, she would maybe snap out of it, and she didn't.
Well, here with these guys, okay, you have to see the video because listening to the audio, it doesn't sound as terrible as it is. She is just totally disinterested.
Every single thing that they said.
It's awful. She rolls her eyes. She's nasty. She really is. And here's the deal. She's there to promote something. If you're not going to be energetic, I love the way she says, "No, I'm no less than I was the other day." You know, if you're not going to be into the interview, don't do the interview.
Don't do them.
Yeah.
Don't do them.
The lesson, read the book. Don't go see the movie. That's Entertainment Schmig. Is that right? More online at y98.com.